Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Phil Dean. Hey, it's been on my mind for a while, but I wanted to make a video about the 4 main principles of finance. So it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or you've been a finance pro at this video is going to be for you. All right, so let's get right into it, but make sure you leave your comments below on how these 4 main principles have transformed your finance so we can all learn together. All right, so just as a backdrop, I want to remind you that as of 2023, Warren Buffett's net worth is $123 billion. I don't know about you, but to me, that is absolutely insane. When I did the math, that came out to about 123,000 houses worth $1 million a piece that he could actually build. Or he could actually go ahead and give everybody in the United States $365. So why do I say this? Well, first of all, I want to shatter the myth that you need to be special or you need to live in a privileged lifestyle or have wealth to become financially wealthy. And honestly, that is just not true. I mean, let's just take a moment and think about it. Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates dropped out of college and didn't even finish college to start their own company, and look at their worth today. Warren Buffett was actually a paper boy when he started. And if you want to think about it, there is a ton of athletes out there that actually started with nothing, but worked hard and became something today, and they're worth a lot of money. All right, so here are the 4 strategies of using money wisely and achieving wealth. Number 1 is living below your means. In other words, your spending. Roughly 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. What does this mean? This means that they are spending all of their money before their next paycheck arrives. And you have to ask yourself this question: how does this happen? Because they have no savings. Well, it's because they spend all of their income on their bills. And this leaves with no margin, it leaves with no emergency fund, and I'm telling you, it leaves them with a lot of stress. So if this is you, how do you go about fixing this? Well, you got to practice buying things less than you can afford. And examples of this is when I started buying my house, I bought my first house with a lesser mortgage than what the bank thought that I could afford. And then what I've done is I took that extra money and I put it on my mortgage every month. Another way I did this was by buying a used car. I never have bought a new car in my life because it cost a lot of money and a lot of interest that is being wasted, and the car depreciates and it's hardly worth anything in the years to come. In fact, a car is actually known to be your worst investment. So here's the deal. It doesn't really matter where you cut your expenses. It's just that you got to start thinking, where can I buy goods and services for less than I'm actually spending now? And once you start getting this in your mind, this is going to get easier and easier to do, and you're going to be able to save money and start putting that into savings. All right, so let's recap. Number 1 is living below your means, which is your spending. Number 2 is saving your money. And how do you start by saving your money? Well, the golden rule is that you need to start living by the 50, the 30, and the 20% rule. And 50% of your total income needs to go towards housing. 30% needs to go towards your wants. Maybe it's a TV, or maybe it's a new gun, or maybe it's an e-bike or a handbag, or whatever the case may be. And 20% of your income needs to go towards a savings account, putting your money back for a rainy day fund. Having a surplus is key to actually having yourself get ahead. Once you start building savings and putting your life into your control, this will allow you to have freedom and power. And I'm telling you, it will open doors to possibilities in your life. And once you start having a nest egg of several $1,000s, maybe $3,000 or $5,000, then you can actually start saving money and putting money into a money market account where you can actually earn interest on it. And what you're doing is, instead of you borrowing money from the bank for your wants and needs, you are actually loaning your money to the bank, where the bank pays you a percentage on the money that you loan them. The third principle of managing your money is the investing part. You need to start watching your small expenses. I love what Warren Buffett says. Warren Buffett says that he obsesses over the tiniest costs, such as maybe Netflix, or maybe a Starbucks coffee every morning, or going to a movie, or whatever it is. And why do you do this? Because small expenses may seem to be insignificant, but I'm telling you, I can tell you by personal experience that they add up fast, and they can get out of control very quickly. But by you obsessing over your small expenses will show that you are serious about your money and where it's going. For me, I've done this a lot of times. Practice delayed gratification. What I mean by this is instead of buying something right now that you want, think about it first. If it's a need, go ahead and buy it. But before you buy it, make sure that you need it and it is something that is not just a want or a desire that you have. So number 1, we covered living below your means. Number 2, start saving your money. 3, make sure you start investing. And number 4 is your income. So how do we control our income? Well, if you want to control your income, you got to find a job, first of all, that fits who you are and a job that you can easily do. I encourage you that if you're an employee and you're working for an hourly rate, try finding a job where you can at least work 50 hours a week. Why do I say this? Because you'll be able to work a 10-hour day. And at the end of the week, you'll have 50 hours in and you'll have 10 hours of overtime. And I'm telling you, overtime is where you can make good money because you are going to be getting paid by your employer time and a half. And I can tell you that if you're getting paid time and a half is where you can really start making extra money and the snowball can really start going. If you're self-employed, that may mean that you need to sell enough jobs to target your desired income. In the end, I want to tell you that you are responsible for your income. Without income, you cannot do the other steps that I had said. Your career and your income is your responsibility. Find something that you can do well, make good money at it, and start managing your money well. Hey, I hope this was helpful. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you check out my other videos, and I will see you in the next video.